Hello everyone, good day and welcome to Mathvester. I am Baby Kate Dato, and in this video, we will going to talk about amortization and sinking fund. But for the first section of this video, we will be focusing about sinking fund. So first, let's define what is sinking fund. So what is sinking fund? Sinking fund is an interest-earning account where periodic payments are made to accumulate a specific amount of money by a certain date or to save for future obligations. It is a systematic approach used by business or organizations to accumulate funds for future projects and many more. Now, what is the purpose of sinking fund? The purpose of sinking fund is to build up systematically a fund that will equal the amount of money desired at the time it is needed. It also ensures that funds are available when needed for significant financial obligations and investments. So this is the sinking fund problem that we will going to utilize throughout this section.
Now I have here on how to compute the periodic payment of a sinking fund. Let's have first, let's analyze first what is being asked in the question. The problem here is the payment or the equal payment, So how much should Kida deposit each month now? So that is what we are going to find later. But first, let's input all the given from the problem. So we have here the 150,000. So Kida wants to accumulate 150,000 in 3 years. So that is our future value. So let's click the cell for the FV and then type 150,000 for the future value. Then click enter. After that is we have the periods, which is the product of the years, and the compounding period per year, which is the T here is the 3 years or the 3, and then the M, which is the compounding period, is 12 because compounded monthly siya. So 3 times 12 is equivalent to 36. So let's put 36 for the period. Next is for the rate. So it states there that the annual interest rate is 6%. So therefore the rate is 6% or 0.06. Enter. Now, as you can see, there are two missing, which is the payment and the principal value. But we are only finding for the payment or the equal payment, not the principal value. So what are we going to do? We just simply put 0 for the principal value since there is no value mentioned for the principal value. Then click enter. And after that, the remaining missing value here is the payment. So we will going to solve this one. So how to solve periodic payment for sinking fund? So first, let's put equal sign. After that, let's encode PMT. So as you can see here, may PMT na lumabas. You will just going to click that one. And then first, there's pattern here. There is pattern shown here. So first daw is you will click the rate, which is this one. So you click natin yan. And then, comma. The N per is equivalent to the periods. So let's click the period, which is 36. And then, comma. You also have the PV. So this one, i-click mo ulit, and then, comma. And then the FV or the future value, which is 150,000. You will going to click this one. But we will put negative sign for the future value. So we put negative sign. And then after that, comma. And then, as you can see here, may lumabas na 0 for the end of the period and 1 for the beginning of the period. Since we are using ordinary simple annuity, which is at the end of the period, so we will be going to click the 0. After that, after you click the 0, you click enter. And here's the result.
Since we already get the equal payments, now we will proceed on creating sinking fund schedule, since it is also being asked in the question, which is to create a sinking fund schedule for the first 6 months. So I already have here a table consisting the sinking fund schedule. So we have here the months, the beginning balance, the PMT or the equal payment that we solved earlier, the interest, the increase in fund, and the outstanding amount. Now for the months, since in the question, it says there na to create a sinking fund schedule for the first 6 months. That's why we put 1 to 6 number here for the months. So how are we going to find the beginning balance for the sinking fund schedule? So given that this is sinking fund, so therefore, you will start na yung balance mo is 0. So simply, we put 0 here because it is the start, for the first month alang. Click enter. Now we have the PMT. So again, the PMT is what we solved earlier, which is the payment. So you will just going to click equal sign and then click the payment cell and then enter. After that, for the interest naman, you will going to multiply the beginning balance and then the rate. So equal sign again and then click the beginning balance, which is 0, and then multiply to the rate, which is 0.06. So you will click that cell and then enter. So why does the result or the interest for this one is 0? It is because the beginning balance is 0, and any number that you will multiply to 0 is equal to 0. So for the increase in fund naman, it is adding the PMT or the equal payments and then the interest. So you will click equal sign and then click the cell for the PMT and then plus the value for the interest and then equal. Okay, so for the outstanding amount naman, you're just going to add the beginning balance and then the increase in fund. So same lang sa ginawa natin kanina, equal sign and then the cell for the beginning balance plus the increase in fund and then enter. So as you can see, same pa rin yung result, which is 1,259.23. It is because wala pang value sa beginning balance. Now for the second month, what will be the beginning balance for the second month? So the beginning balance for the second month is the outstanding amount for the first month. So you will click equal sign here and then click the outstanding amount for the first month. and then enter. So that will be your beginning balance. Now, how about the PMT, or the equal payment per period? So you will just going to put equal sign and then click this one, the cell for the payment. Tapos you will put dollar sign before the letter and between the letter and the number. So we will put dollar sign here, and then between them is dollar sign again, and then you click enter. So after that, for the interest, like what I've said kanina, you're just going to multiply the beginning balance and the rate. So for this one, you will click equal sign and then beginning balance for the second month multiplied to the rate, which is 0.06. And then for this one, for the rate na part, you will also put dollar sign before the letter and between the letter and the number. So we will put dollar sign here and here. Then you click enter. So for the increase in fund, you will just going to add the PMT and the interest. So equal sign again, and then you click the cell for PMT and then plus. Tapos click the cell for the interest and then enter, click enter. So for the outstanding amount is you will just going to add the beginning balance and the increase in fund. So click equal sign and then beginning balance, add it to the increase in fund and then click enter. So that's our outstanding amount for the second month. Now, if you want it to easily create sinking fund schedule without individually putting all the formulas needed to find the result, you can simply do this one. After you get the values for the second month, you can easily find the values for the remaining. So what you're going to do is you click the amount for the beginning balance for the second month. Don't include the first month, only the second month, and then drag that one up until on the 6th month. After that, PMT naman. So the PMT for the second month. So we will drag that one again up to 6. Same here for the interest, drag up to 6. Increase in fund, drag again up to 6. And for the outstanding amount, drag up to 6. So as you can see, it will automatically solve for each value. And our outstanding amount for the 6th month is 8,783.50. Now, in order for you to check if your sinking fund schedule is correct, dapat at the end of the month, your outstanding amount will be equal or equivalent to the future value. So since our period here is 36, let's add 30, another 30, let's add another 30 here. So i-drag lang natin yan siya pababa. Tapos, feel serious natin. Kulang pa siya ng 11. 36. Okay, so same sa ginawa natin kanina. Let's simply drag this one up to the month of 36, or for the 36th month. And do not worry if the value is 0 because we're not done yet, in terms of inputting all the values in this table. So later on, if ma-complete na to, it will automatically solve. Now, as you can see, the outstanding amount for the month of 36, or for the 36th month, is 150,000, which is equivalent to our future value here, which is 150,000 as well. So therefore, our sinking fund schedule is correct.
Hello everyone, welcome to Math Investor. My name is Marian Jean Gagadas, a second-year BSc Math student, and in this video, I will be guiding you through the second major topic of our lesson, which is amortization. Before we begin, let us first define what is amortization. Amortization is a process of gradually paying off a loan over time through regular equal payments. Each payment consists of two components, a portion that goes towards the interest and a portion that reduces the principal. In understanding amortization, it is important because it helps borrowers see how loans are paid, how much interest they pay, and how the balance decreases each period. So let's have an example. Marian takes a 120 pesos loan to be paid in monthly payments at the beginning of each month for 2 years. The annual interest rate is 8%, compounded monthly. So let's try to solve this problem using Excel. So to solve this problem, first things first we need to do is we need to identify what are the given terms in the problem. And the most important thing is what is being asked in the problem. So let's go to Excel. First, we set up a small inputs block so we can change the numbers later and the schedule automatically updates. In our given problem, we have a present value 120,000 pesos. And to get the number of payments per year, we have this formula, T times N. The time multiplied by the M, or the conversion period. So we have 12 times 2 is equal to 24. And for the rate, to get the rate, we have this formula, J over M, or the given interest divided by the year conversion, which is 12. 0.08 divided by 12 is equal to 0.0066667. And here, to get the periodic payment, we have this input. We need to input equal sign, PMT, and then the parenthesis, open parenthesis. So we need to do is to follow the sequence over here. First, we click the rate, then comma. The second one is the the total number of payments. Next, the PV. We put negative in PV so that in Excel, so that we come up with a positive outcome. So we put negative and click the PV, and then FP. Okay, since our problem is an annuity due, so meaning at the beginning of the period, so we put 1 and then we come up with this answer. So our periodic payments is 5,391.33. So in our future value, we don't have a given future value, so we put 0 here. We put 0. Okay. So next, let's proceed to create a table with this one, just like this one. Months, beginning balance, months. It's because our the problem is stated that monthly, right? So let's put beginning balance, the PMT or the periodic payment, interest, principal, and ending balance. So in the first month, we put here, just put here the percent value for the beginning balance. So equal, we put equal sign, and then just click the percent value. So we come up with this answer. Okay. To get the PMT, just copy lang, equal sign, and then click this, the payment, periodic payment. To get the interest, since our problem is an annuity due, then then the payment occurs at the beginning, then reduces the balance immediately by the payment principal portion, since it is an annuity due. So we come up with the beginning balance, then we subtracted this with our periodic payment, and then we multiply it with our interest. Then we multiply it with our interest, or the asterisk sign, and then click, and then enter. So we come up with this answer, interest 764.06. And then to get the principal amount, we just put equal sign, and then we subtract the periodic payment and the interest, the difference of periodic payment and interest. And then we come up with this answer, 4,607.27. And then next, for the ending balance, to get the ending balance, we get the difference of the beginning balance and the principal amount. So don't forget the equal sign. Then just click the beginning balance and put negative sign, and just click the principal amount, and then we come up with this answer. Okay. So for the second month, we just what we input here is this ending balance, since this is our last. So do not forget the equal sign, then click the ending balance, last ending balance, and then enter. Okay, our PMT is always the same, since it is our periodic payment. So we just put an equal sign, then just click this, and also put dollar sign to the between C and 1, and also between equal and C. It's because it's very important, so that it is decode, so that when we what do you call this one, the data will lang. And then next, for the interest, just the same, just equal sign, and then the process before, close and open parenthesis, and then just click the beginning balance, and then we get the difference of the beginning balance, then multiply it to the interest, minus our PMT, which is the periodic payment, and then asterisk, or asterisk sign for the multiplication, and then just click the interest rate, and then we come up with this answer. And also for this one, do not forget the dollar sign. It is very important. For the second one, we have this principal amount, just like before, we get the difference of periodic payment and the interest. Do not forget the equal sign, then click the PMT and negative sign and the interest, equal. For ending balance, just the same, we get the difference of beginning balance and the principal amount, equal sign, and then minus. Okay, and now we just drag this one, so that it's easy for us to identify and to get our answer. Drag. Also this one, call me. So come up with a 0.0 balance. So this is correct. This is correct, since we come up with a 0 balance. So our computation is exactly correct.
In this tutorial, we explored how to compute sinking funds and amortization schedules using Excel's built-in formulas. You learned how contributions grow savings and how payments reduces loans over time.
Now, I am encouraging you to dive in and experiment, because that's how you really learn, not by watching, but by doing. I hope that you've learned something in this video. See you in the next video on MathVester. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you for watching.